Michael Williams is here with us today. Michael is the new chef at the Cove in Brigantine. Michael, go over some of the entrees that you're allowed to tell us about.
Well, I'll give you a few. I'll give you a little insight into the entrees without spoiling the surprise. We have a nice selection of steaks, bone-in ribeyes. We have fillets. We have sirloins. In addition to that, we have a pan-seared scallop with a nice light corn and leek cream with smoked bacon. Very seasonal, very local inspired. We have a miso glazed salmon with broccolini, edamame, kabocha squash, and what I call a mushroom tea, which is basically a mushroom steeped broth. We also have a beer beret short rib, and as I mentioned, we'll be brewing several beers for the Cove, so it'll be Cove Pale Ales or Proprietor's beer there, so we'll use some of that beer for a beer beret short rib with cheese grits, petite carrots, and a horseradish remoulade to top. We also have fish and chips, very classic, and several other entrees, again, inspired, 75%, 80% seafood or shellfish driven.
You told me earlier that your vendors at Rebel at Central were all French.
A lot of the vendors. Michel Richard had a very small circle of vendors that really supported him throughout his 35 years of being a pastry chef and a hot food chef. And these are vendors that supplied anything from plateware to smoked salmon to other local ingredients or seafood, shellfish, meats, etc.
Hello, I'm turning pages. What scares you to death?
What scares me to death?
What scares you the most?
You know what, I'll tell you what, it's not necessarily being scared, but anytime you do an opening, no matter what experience you have, you get butterflies. You get butterflies in regards to execution of the ingredients, the staff, the opening as a whole. If you don't get the butterflies, then you should just step out of the business at that point.
How do you stay passionate? I mean, you've been through the wars. You've been through huge openings.
I lost a lot of hair over it, too. And grays.
But it's a new venture, so...
It is. It's an adrenaline rush you can't really explain.
The new chef at the Cove in Brigantine. This is going to be a major culinary force in our region, folks, so stay tuned for... But I have some exciting messages for you. For example, I would go to the Tun Tavern and order the 1 ton burger. I would get the 1 ton burger because I think it's one of the best burgers I've ever tasted in my life. Did you ever bite into a burger and, just like in the movie Ratatouille, your childhood passes before you? Steaks, hummus, calamari. Tun Tavern's a great place to meet someone. Celebrates the Marine Corps. The original Tun Tavern in Philadelphia was where the birthplace of the Marines were, and the Masons, for that matter. Tun Tavern in Atlantic City has the rights to the name. Attached to the Sheraton Hotel, adjacent to Sheraton Hotel, attached to the Atlantic City Convention Center, free parking across the street. That's the Tun Tavern.